What's the transition and preparation like for a player traded to a new city?
I mean, it depends on when you're getting traded. So I've never been traded mid-season, so I'm not sure what that transition's like. But
You ever been traded?
Yeah. I think it's just getting there. I think just getting there is the main thing, figuring out. I know when I got traded from the Knicks to the Wizards, that was like during the season, and I was just mentally checked out. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it just depends on what type of season you have it in, just where you are mentally. I think that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, I got traded from Washington to Orlando, and the adjustment is this, right? You gotta get there, you gotta get acclimated with the team, right? Meet the players, try to figure out who they are, try to figure out their offense, right? What they do on game day, what they do on practice day, so you don't infringe on, them. So for the most part, you're taking a back seat trying to figure out what everybody else is doing. So like if you get on the table at 5:30, but that's somebody else's time, you can't be in there like, no, this is my time, right? So now you gotta adjust your whole regimen, right? For the most part, you're gonna be staying in a hotel until you find some rental place that you can, you can rent for the moment. You're not gonna, if you have a family, the family ain't gonna be coming.
So in terms of like finding lodging and all that stuff, do you talk to players you may know who are on the team? Do you ask guys around like, where's the spot to live out here, or are you just kind of on your own?
I mean, shit, you hope you know somebody.
Yeah, usually, I mean, they'll have somebody. They'll have somebody on staff that that'll guide you to a place that you can rent for a little bit. But you got to remember, you're only going to be there, especially like right now, right? It's January, February, March, April, May. Like he's only going to be there 3 months, so he's going to probably be at the Conrad. He's going to be at the Conrad, staying there, living out of the hotel.
If he was a real one, he would stay at the Courtyard.
did y'all know that y'all was finna be traded? Because like y'all didn't have like all that social media chatter like they do now, like when guys can kind of.
No,
See, like-
you find out when you get traded, like
You
right.
don't ever like you don't have like I feel like they finna make a change and I might be on like you don't
I did.
have.
I did. Yeah. So let me take mine back. Actually, my first happened when I was in Detroit with Stan Van Gundy. He called me and told me that he was trading me to Orlando, and that was during All-Star Weekend.
Damn.
So I was in LA All-Star Weekend. I just came back from my Achilles, but I got traded there because Scott Skiles wanted me. So I was actually going to a situation where I knew the coach.
Because he was your coach with the Bucks, right, when you first came to the league?
But I was just at a time where I think they had Victor Oladipo, Alfred Payton, and other players, and I think Eric Gordon at the time. So they were young, but I think just like that transition, like you said, that transition of going to a younger team, like I already got traded from Milwaukee, getting traded again. So I was just more like, had to find myself again.
Are you depressed at all when those type of things happen? Like,
I mean, it was just like, I was just coming back from injury too, my Achilles. So I had just played like maybe 2 or 3 weeks with Detroit. Then they shipped me off to Orlando. And then it was just like, whatever. Like you said, just staying in a hotel. It was just kind of like just alone. Like you just kind of like loneliness, like a little bit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because there's no family, no nothing. And you just kind of like, just trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Like I know people like think about like y'all got millions, y'all did it. Yeah, but it's like, when you're talking about like trying to like dial in your profession or dial in something, everything that you knew is gone, right? And you're coming to the city and you're like, all right. When I went to Grizzlies, when I tried out for Grizzlies, which was in March, right? I had no intentions of making the team. My son's birthday just happened, so, I told him I'm about to go try out real quick and I'll be right back. And then on the way to the airport, leaving the workout, it was like, yeah, we're gonna sign you. Come back, sign your contract, and then you gotta fly straight to Portland, because that's where the team's at. Like, well, I don't have no bags, no nothing. So, so I fly, and then from there I just got to go to the mall. So I'm just shopping out of
Yep.
I'm just going to the mall everywhere we go. Like,
Yeah. No, for
get a little
sure.
mall, get some outfits, get some little fits, you know what I mean? And then from there I just stayed in the hotel the whole time.
Yep. Just
Right
living
across
out-
the street.
Yep, just living out of your bag.
and then Lexi, obviously you've been traded off season. What's that feeling like?
Well, my first trade from Connecticut to Minnie, I knew that was gonna happen. That was kind of conversation we had when the season ended. Like, this ain't really working. We'll figure something out. So like that was cool. When I got traded, well, I didn't even get traded from Minnie. When I got cut, that was weird because I didn't have any type of conversation with anybody from the Lynx for like weeks. So we had my first season there. We went to the bubble. I got a concussion, left the bubble. And that was like the last time I talked to anybody in Minnesota. And, I started inquiring about like training camp and living situations and stuff. And I was just getting ignored, like just straight up ignored. So I was like, what's going on? So my agent reached out and like, oh yeah, we've been trying to trade her. And we were like, y'all wasn't going to say anything about that. And then they couldn't make a trade happen. So they just cut me because we don't have the guaranteed contracts. So I just got cut, had to scramble and find a training camp. And then getting traded to LA, again, that was a conversation I had with Coach Wade, who's also our GM, and he was just like, we're gonna make this trade happen, just be patient. But I mean, he took forever, but.
Were you happy coming to LA?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was.
Yeah, it's a great city.